Welcome to Have You Read It, the channel where we bring books to life, one summary at a time. Whether you're here for self-help, personal growth, or business inspiration, there's something for everyone. Today, we're diving into Ray Dalio's Principles, Life and Work. This book isn't just a business manual, it's a comprehensive guide to Dalio's philosophy on life, decision-making, and building a unique company culture. It combines autobiography, life principles, and work principles. This isn't your average self-help book. It's dense, detailed, and challenges you to confront reality head-on. Dalio starts by establishing his credibility, or in his words, he's a dumb shit who has succeeded because he learned to acknowledge what he doesn't know. His success, he argues, comes from developing and adhering to principles, fundamental truths that guide decision-making. He encourages readers to develop their own principles, emphasizing the importance of independent thinking. This sets the tone for the whole book. Think for yourself, but be open to being wrong. At age 12, fascinated by the stock market, he begins investing with his caddying earnings. His early success with Northeast Airlines gets him hooked, but he soon learns valuable lessons about market fluctuations and the importance of understanding economic drivers. College and Harvard Business School further refine his thinking. He observes the impact of President Nixon's decision to decouple the dollar from gold and witnesses firsthand the volatility of the markets. He begins to see repeating patterns in economic and market behavior and explores commodity trading, developing a fascination for visualizing markets as interconnected machines. The period between 1979 and 1982 is crucial. Dalio's depression call, a prediction of economic collapse, goes spectacularly wrong, costing him dearly and bringing Bridgewater to the brink. This painful experience forces him to confront his arrogance and recognize the value of seeking diverse perspectives. He develops a healthy fear of being wrong. This is a pivotal point in his journey. He starts to see the value of not just independent thinking, but also open-mindedness and stress testing his views with others. It's here he begins to formulate the core principles that will become the foundation of Bridgewater. Rebuilding Bridgewater and refining his investment strategies, he starts systemizing his decision-making. He formulates algorithms, essentially turning his investment principles into computer code, allowing him to back-test his strategies and remove emotion from the equation. He sees the value of man and machine working together, recognizing the computer's superior processing power while acknowledging the importance of human intuition and creativity. By 1995, Bridgewater is growing, but Dalio realizes he can't do everything himself. He starts to codify his principles, recognizing the need to create a shared understanding within his expanding company. He also continues to innovate, introducing new investment products like inflation-indexed bonds and risk parity, now commonly known as risk parity investing. As Dalio plans his transition out of management, he begins to explore the qualities of shapers, visionary leaders who drive innovation and build lasting organizations. He draws parallels with figures like Steve Jobs and examines what makes them successful. He emphasizes the importance of higher-level thinking, pushing his limits, and ultimately returning the boon or sharing what one has learned. The second part of the book, Life Principles, details Dalio's core beliefs about how to approach life. He emphasizes being a hyper-realist, embracing reality as it is and not as you wish it were. He introduces the idea of a 5-step process for achieving goals and stresses the importance of radical open-mindedness and transparency. Dalio introduces the concept of truth as the cornerstone of any good outcome. This is more than just honesty. It's about having an accurate understanding of reality, even when it's unpleasant. He believes in radical truth and radical transparency, arguing these are essential for rapid learning and meaningful relationships. He encourages readers to confront their fears and be willing to put themselves out there. He explains his 5-step process in detail. 1. Have clear goals. 2. Identify and don't tolerate problems. 3. Diagnose problems to get at their root causes. 4. Design plans. 5. Push through to completion. He emphasizes the importance of approaching this process rationally and iteratively. He encourages radical open-mindedness as an essential tool for overcoming the barriers of ego and blind spots. He describes decision-making as a two-step process: first learning, then deciding. He emphasizes the importance of seeking diverse perspectives and not letting the need to be right outweigh the need to discover what's true. He details specific habits and practices for cultivating open-mindedness, including meditation and seeking evidence-based feedback. Dalio then turns to the understanding of different thinking styles. He explains how people are wired differently and how these differences affect their approaches to work and relationships. He notes how meaningful work and meaningful relationships are genetically programmed into us, emphasizing that great partnerships are more productive than what individuals can achieve independently. He dives into the concept of brain battles, the constant struggle between feeling and thinking. The final chapter of Life Principles focuses on decision-making. Dalio suggests making decisions based on expected value calculations, weighing probabilities and potential rewards against penalties. He introduces the concept of believability weighting, where decisions are made not by simple majority but by weighting the opinions of those with a track record of success. He also discusses the use of algorithms and the rise of artificial intelligence, suggesting a future where man and machine work in partnership. Part 3 of the book, Work Principles, applies Dalio's life principles to the context of building and running an organization. He describes an organization as a machine, consisting of culture and people, and dives deep into how to create an idea meritocracy. The first chapter of Work Principles focuses on building a culture of trust through radical truth and transparency. Dalio emphasizes the importance of having integrity and demanding it from others. He stresses that in an idea meritocracy, everyone has the right to understand and question, and everyone has the responsibility to speak up or get out. He then talks about the importance of fostering meaningful relationships, but makes it clear this isn't about creating a love fest. Tough love is essential, as is loyalty to the common mission. He warns against confusing generosity with fairness and urges readers to pay for work, compensate people appropriately for their contributions. Dalio goes on to advocate for a culture where mistakes are seen as opportunities. He urges readers to fail well, not feel bad about mistakes, and learn from them. He suggests moving beyond blame and credit and focusing on accuracy. He then details how to get and stay in sync, to achieve alignment and resolve disagreements constructively. He describes the art of thoughtful disagreement, emphasizing the importance of open-mindedness and assertiveness. He provides specific strategies for managing conversations effectively, including techniques like the 2-minute rule and navigating between different levels of discussion. Believability weighting is a recurring theme. Dalio dives deeper into its application in decision-making within organizations, emphasizing the importance of finding the most believable people, understanding their reasoning, and giving their opinions more weight. He then addresses how to move beyond disagreements, emphasizing the importance of having clear principles and processes for resolving disputes and moving forward. He cautions against letting small differences divide and urges decisive action. The next 3 chapters focus on people. He begins by reminding the reader that who you hire is more important than what they do initially, reiterating how important it is to choose responsible parties who can handle tasks well and bear their consequences. He then goes over his extensive principles for hiring, evaluating, and sorting people well, highlighting the need to match people's values, abilities, and skills to their roles within the organization. He emphasizes the importance of character, common sense, and creativity in hiring, stressing that people should be hired not just for their initial role, but for their potential long-term contributions. Ongoing training, testing, evaluation, and sorting is essential. Dalio dives into the process of evaluating accurately, not kindly. He advocates for tough love and constant feedback, He highlights the need to make assessments objective, leveraging tools and processes to gather evidence. The last 3 chapters before the appendix address the design and evolution of your machine. He reminds that managers should behave like organizational engineers, comparing actual outcomes to intended ones, building and refining the machine that is any organization. He goes into his thoughts on management styles, advocating for an approach he calls skiing together, where managers provide close guidance while allowing their subordinates room to maneuver. He emphasizes the importance of understanding people's strengths, weaknesses, and motivations, and assigning responsibilities clearly. Dalio goes on to reiterate the importance of perceiving and resolving problems, of treating them as opportunities for improvement rather than threats. He encourages proactive problem-solving and provides practical tools and techniques for surfacing and addressing issues. He then dives deep into the process of diagnosing problems, stressing the importance of getting at root causes. He offers a series of diagnostic questions and encourages readers to think in a machine-like way, constantly analyzing their processes and making adjustments. Designing improvements is essential. Dalio emphasizes the importance of systemizing principles, creating clear plans, and considering second and third-order consequences. He discusses building organizations around goals rather than tasks, emphasizing the importance of having clear reporting lines and effective oversight. Next, he re-emphasizes the need to do what you set out to do, urging readers to work towards goals they're excited about and to connect their tasks to these goals. He stresses the importance of good work habits and the value of using checklists to stay on track. Tools and protocols are key. Dalio discusses leveraging technology to create systems that reinforce principles and improve decision-making, emphasizing that an idea meritocracy can benefit from the objectivity and efficiency of tools. And finally, he emphasizes the critical importance of governance, the oversight system that checks and balances power and ensures the organization's long-term health. Dalio concludes the book with a focus on the importance of aligning one's life principles with one's work principles, reminding readers that the principles themselves should be seen as guides, not rigid rules. He encourages readers to create their own personalized sets of principles. The book's main takeaway? Strive to create an idea meritocracy in all aspects of your life. Be radically open-minded, confront your weaknesses, and leverage the strengths of others. Use principles as your guide, but think for yourself and constantly refine your approach. Some easy-to-remember heuristics. Pain plus reflection or progress. Believability weight your decision-making. And evolve or die. Thanks for watching. Have you read it? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next book dive.